Yes, I did pay the resale, guys, and I'm talking about a good resale. Yes, if that even makes sense to you, I got the good old shafting. Oh, yes, guys. But it don't matter because I'm going to tell you like Fred Durst says. I'm a sucker, like I said. I'm in the head. Nah, damn, now I have to bleep that one. Anyways, guys, it is what it is. Let's talk about a couple of truths over here because even on the social media side over here, certain people said some things that made sense. A very good friend of mine brought a topic of colorways that made a lot of sense also. But guys, before we even get into that one, I'm going to say that don't feel bad if you pay resale for these shoes. Once again, I'm going to explain it all in just a bit. Bear with me over here. I'll explain it all. Let me start off with certain things that people have said about it. Certain people have mentioned that they went for this shoe for the simple fact of the colorway. They love the colorway on it. So a good friend of mine, big shout out to Crazy Legs, he brought up something that said, yo, bro, these people you could tell are 100% hype beast. I'm going to put it right there. Right there, guys. Yes. 100% hype beast. They're talking about the colorways, but they totally ignored the olive crafts. And that is a fact, guys. That is 100% fact. I know, obviously, somebody. I know already. I know this, guys. This is a fact 100%. We're talking about the sneaker community over here. Like, technically, it's a half-half situation over here. Half are brain dead. The other half have the brains still in there. You know what I mean? Maybe losing a couple neurons like myself, because some of my neurons are gone already. Still, like I've always said, 39 years old, buying shoes every single day is still a little awkward. But hey, it is what it is, guys. You know, hey, it's just a thing that I have to deal with. And I'm always going to admit it. Admit it. It's not normal. Okay, let me keep it to myself. Let me keep it to myself, because then comes out a 60-year-old saying, oh, bro, I'll buy what. Let me leave it alone. If I'm talking to myself, don't worry about it. Anyways, so back to the point. And it's very true what he's saying. Anybody that bought this shoe for the actual colorway, that is the worst excuse that I've ever heard in my entire life. Because of the colorway, dude, you could have saved a lot more money and just get the crafts, and you would have been totally fine with it. You understand? Those type of individuals have to admit it. The hype. Go after the hype beast. Look, I'll make you feel even happier. I wanted it because I'm a hype beast when it comes to that shoe. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you, now some of the controversy of it, but I'm going to tell you the honest truth at the end. Or maybe halfway through the end. I don't know. But I'm telling you the 100% honest truth over here. This shoe, this sneaker per se, is something that whether people want to admit it or not, the hype is real, bro. It's real. Like I said, I include myself on this, bro. Hype beast 100%. Supreme when it was back in the days, bro. Well, hype beast 100%. I'm not even going to involve any of you cats because I know half of everybody's in denial, whatever. But as myself, hype 100%, guys. Hype 100%. Why? Because it was the first collaboration in history of Jordan. The people that lived through this. I can understand the people that there's a lot of salty individuals for the simple fact of the hype behind it. And that the grand majority of everybody that went for these shoes, the grand majority of these people were a bunch of hype beasts. Remember, guys, hype beasts are as bad as resellers. If you're going to start putting this in a point of view, I've explained this to you already. I could do a lot of clickbaits talking about resellers, but I'm honest and I'm, how do you say it? Let's put it fair to both worlds over here. If it wasn't for hype beasts, resellers would not exist, bro. Resellers are just there making the cheddar, taking advantage of the situation. I'm not saying they're nice either, But I'm just saying, hey, look at my case. I had to pay resale, bro. I had to pay resale for it. And did I like paying the resale for it? No, I didn't like paying the resale for it. But I'm not all sour about it. It is what it is. Now you can say, oh, bro, because you don't care. Well, bro, it's you could put it however the hell you want to put it in your life. You understand? You could put it however you want to put it in your life. You could say whatever you want. At the bottom line, I'm going to be honest with you. Whatever people say about me, I clean my ass with your opinion. Whatever you got to say about me. Clean my total crack with it. Because it means nothing. It's speck. Gone. I do whatever you know what I want. The same way that you should. Stop worrying about what other people do and what other people don't do. Let's talk facts here. Facts. 99% of almost everybody, let's put a 90 of everybody that went for that shoe is because of hype. You understand? I'm leaving that, but I'm going to put myself in the 90%. But there's a difference. There's a big difference. There's the people that were never involved in this. They didn't even know that shoe existed. And now they want it. And they bring up things like that, like colorways, or I love the collaboration, Undefeated, and they don't even own a t-shirt or a hat or anything that has to do with Undefeated. They don't even know the history of it. You know that kind of individuals. That once again, you live your life however the hell you want. I'm talking about the talking in the community. I could understand that, yes, some of the people that have been through it and lived through that era are a little bit sour. I could understand that, guys. But you got to put yourself in that same predicament. You understand? We want the shoe also because of the hype. We wanted that shoe back then. Same thing that it was with the Wu-Tang. You know? You wanted the shoe because it was something ungettable. It wasn't reachable whatsoever. And let's be realistic, man. Pay 40, 50 G's for a damn pair of shoes, bro. Dude, let's go, Mo. Let's go. Let's be realistic about it. Literally, you got to be on and beyond for you to be spending that type of cheddar. So there is the fact of the hype beast overflooded the market. Cats that don't even know about the shoe. They don't know anything about the shoe. I could understand that part. And I also understand the part of to each his own, man. It is what it is. I didn't get to hit on him. I have friends that hit on him. I have friends, literally. I don't mention names because I've always said there's the internet world and there's the real world over here. The real world, I don't mention my real true friends or anything we speak about. But there is facts that these cats had no idea that shoe even existed. They had no idea about the history. They have no idea about that. And they went for it. And they actually hit on the sneakers app. Let me specify over here. It's not 2 or 3 friends of mine. No, I'm talking about the grand majority actually hit on it. What am I going to do? I'm going to be sour about it? I actually asked one of them that was the same size. Hey, yo, bro, hook it up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Give me $350. Such a good friend. He was like, hell no. Not going to happen. But so I ended up getting them, guys, and I ended up paying a hefty penny for it. But that is the whole point of all this. So if you guys are going to start blaming what happened with the actual release, and you guys are going to start blaming everything, you guys are going to stay bitter and sour about all this, dude, you might as well get out of the game 100%. Get out of the sneaker game 100%. Because this is not for you. All you're going to do is suffer. All you're going to do is suffer. And if you truly loved the Undefeated fours because of the color, man, you should have just bought the craft olives and you would have been saving yourself a lot of headaches in life. But guys, that's just the way it is. Facts are facts, and facts don't care about feelings. It's just the way it works. But obviously, facts don't exist in a lot of people's brains anymore. Till next time, everybody. I love you all, and I'm always wishing you the best. Peace! That way. Echo, cojones.